Hi everyone. For today's video, we will discuss solving quadratic equations by completing the square. Okay, so pangalawang method ito in solving quadratic equations. So nauna na nating na-discuss ay by factoring. So may times na hindi pwede ang by factoring. So pwede nating itry itong pangalawang technique or method, completing the square. Okay, so screenshot nyo po muna. Try nyo sagutan itong apat na ito bago nyo panoodin ang aking solution. Okay, so ito po ang mga steps natin. Step number 1, divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. So, sulat muna natin ang standard form natin. Standard form natin is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, ang first step natin, i-divide natin both sides by a. Okay, so mangyayari dyan ay magiging na siyang x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals 0. Okay? So, divide natin. Kailangan ang coefficient na itong x squared 1 lang. Kaya i-divide natin both sides by a. So, step number 2, write the equation such that the terms with variables are on the left side. Yung terms na may variable, ito yon, x squared plus b over ax. And then, left side of the equation and the constant term is on the right side. So, itong c over a, ilalagay natin sa kabilang side. Okay, so magiging negative siya. Kung positive dito, lagay lang natin sa kabila yan. And then next step, add the square of 1/2 of the coefficient of x. So kukunin natin yung 1/2 coefficient netong x. So b over a dito, i-multiply lang natin sa 1/2, then i-square lang natin yon. The left side of the equation becomes a perfect square trinomial. So kaya natin ginagawa tong add ng square of 1/2 of the coefficient para maging perfect square trinomial itong left side natin. Okay? So next step, express the perfect square trinomial on the left side. So yung left side, express as perfect square trinomial as a square of a binomial. So kapag perfect square trinomial na itong left side, gagawin natin siyang square of a binomial. Okay, so next step, solve the resulting quadratic equation by extracting square root. Since perfect square na nga itong left side, square root natin yung both sides niya. Okay, so number 6, solve the resulting linear equations. So magiging dalawa yung linear equations natin kasi pag nag-extract tayo ng square root, yung magiging answer dito sa right ay plus or minus yon. And then last step is checking. Check the solutions obtained against the original equation. So dun sa mga ibang number, hindi na natin gagawin itong checking. Okay, so let's answer number 1. I-apply natin ang mga steps natin. So yung first step, skip na natin kasi ang coefficient na ng x squared ay 1 na lang ito. Pag walang coefficient, ibig sabihin 1 na lang yan. So okay na yung step number 1. Step number 2, okay na rin kasi nakaseparate na itong constant. So kapag yung number lang nasa left, kailangan ilagay natin sa right yun. So okay na yung step 1 and step 2, proceed na tayo sa step number 3. So anong step number 3? Mag-a-add daw tayo both sides ng 1/2 coefficient ng x. So anong coefficient ng x? Coefficient ng x ay 2. So i-multiply lang natin yan sa 2 or same lang yun as i-divide sa 2. Multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2, then square natin. So therefore, 2 divided by 2, that is 1. 1 squared is equal to 1. So therefore, mag-a-add tayo ng 1 to both sides of the equation. So 3 plus 1. And then itong left side natin, automatic magiging siyang perfect square trinomial. So paano natin kukuhanin yung square of binomial niya? So ito lang yan, square root nitong x squared ay x, square root nitong 1 ay 1. Ano ang sign natin? Kukunin natin yung sign dito sa sign ng middle term natin, negative 2. So magiging negative ito. So x squared minus 2x plus 1 ay equal yan sa x minus 1 squared. Equals 3 plus 1, so we have 4. So next step natin ay extract natin ng square root. Okay? So kunin natin ang square root ng both sides. So makakancel ang square root tsaka itong square. So we have matitira is x minus 1. And then sa right side naman, automatic pag nag-extract tayo ng square root, dahil nanggaling siya sa square, ang magiging sagot natin ay plus or minus. Square root of 4, that is equal to 2. And then solve the resulting equations. Dalawa po yan, isang positive at isang negative. So isolve natin parehas, paghiwalayin natin. X minus 1 equals positive 2. And then sa kabila naman is x minus 1 equals negative 2. Okay, so solve for x. So lipat lang natin tong negative 1 sa kabilang side. Magiging plus siya. Or parehas lang din yan ng add 1 to both sides. So cancel na ito. 0 na yan. Therefore, x is equal to 2 plus 1. So that is equal to 3. So ito yung one solution natin. The other solution, x minus 1 equals negative 2. So add 1 to both sides. Cancel na to. So therefore, x is equal to negative 2 plus 1. That is equal to negative 1. So try natin yung checking. I-substitute natin itong 3 muna dito sa x natin. So we have, substitute yung 3 dito sa dalawang x. So we have 3 squared minus 2 times 3 equals sa 3. So kailangan parehas yan. So 3 squared, that is equal to 9. Minus 2 times 3, we have 6. Equal ba siya sa 3? So eksakto na nga, 9 minus 6, 3 is equal to 3. Okay, so tama yung solution natin na x equals 3. And then, if x is equal to negative 1, so ipalit natin yung negative 1 dito. So we have negative 1 squared minus 2 times negative 1 equal dapat siya sa 3. So negative 1 times negative 1, that is positive 1. Negative 2 times negative 1, that is positive 2. Okay, so tama. Ang left side natin, 3 is equal to the right side, 3. So therefore, tama yung dalawang solutions na nasolve natin, 3 and negative 1. So automatic kapag quadratic equation, yung dalawan yung makukuha ay ano yan, solutions yan. Wala tayong extraneous dito sa quadratic equation. Nagkakaroon lang ng extraneous karaniwan kapag may radical. Okay, so radical equation yon. Okay, so let's try number 2. Number 2, negative 5r is equal to 6 minus r squared. First step natin, okay na yung coefficient ng r squared. So yung r squared walang coefficient, ibig sabihin 1. So okay na yung first step natin. Ang second step na lang, gawin natin, naka-isolate dapat yung number. Yung number lang naka-isolate, itong 6. So itong negative r squared, since negative yung r squared, ilipat natin sa kabila para maging positive. Mas madali kapag positive na yung quadratic term natin, yung may square. So add r squared lang tayo sa both sides or ilipat lang natin sa kabila yan. So we have r squared minus 5r is equal to 6. Okay, so next step natin, kunin daw natin ng 1/2 ng coefficient of r. Then square natin. Okay, so 5 divided by 2. So we have 5 divided by 2, then square natin. So therefore, 5 times 5, that is 25. 2 times 2, that is 4. So add tayo ng 25 over 4 sa both sides. So we have r squared minus 5r plus 25 over 4 is equal to 6 plus 25 over 4. Okay, so automatic ang left side ay square of binomial yan. So ano ang factor nito? So as square of binomial, kunin nyo lang ang square root nitong first term and last term. Square root of r squared, that is r. Square root of 25 over 4, that is 5 over 2. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 4 is 2. The sign will be negative. So susundin natin yung sign nung 5r, that is negative. So ang square of binomial niya is r minus 5 over 2 and then square equals, so mag-butterfly technique na lang tayo dito. Lagyan natin ng over 1. So butterfly technique na lang tayo dito. So paano ba yan? Cross multiply lang tapos multiply din ito. Okay, so gawin lang natin yon. 6 times 4, we have 24 plus 1 times 25. So 25 over 1 plus 4, that is equal, 1 times 4, we have 4. So therefore, simplify lang natin ulit. So add lang natin ito. So r minus 5 over 2 squared is equal to 24 plus 25. We have 49 over 4. Okay, perfect square yan. So next step, kunin natin ang square root ng both sides. So kunin natin ang square root ng both sides. So maka-cancel out lang tong square and square root. So we have r minus 5 over 2 equals plus or minus yan. Automatic yan, plus or minus. Pag nag-square root tayo ng galing dito sa square, square root of 49 is 7, square root of 4 is 2. So therefore, so we have two solutions pag hiwalayin natin. So r minus 5 over 2 equals positive 7 over 2 and then sa kabila, r minus 5 over 2 equals negative 7 over 2. So lipat lang natin ito sa kabila or add 5 over 2 to both sides. Plus 5 over 2 to both sides. So therefore, The value of r is equal to 7 over 2 plus 5 over 2. Just add the numerator. 7 plus 5, we have 12 over 2. So simplify 12 divided by 2, r is equal to 6. Okay, so kayo na ang mag-checking kung tama yan. At sigurado naman na tama yan. Masasatisfy niyan pag sinubstitute nyo ang 6 dito sa r natin. And then, so for this one, so add 5 over 2 to both sides. So add 5 over 2 to both sides. Cancel this. R is equal to negative 7 plus 5. That is equal to negative 2 over 2. Simplify. R is equal to negative 1. Okay, so kayo na po ang bahala sa checking. Okay, so next, number 3. Okay, number 3, ayan, meron ng coefficient yung x squared natin. So step 1 tayo dito dahil may coefficient. So divide both sides by the coefficient of x squared. Divide by a. So ang a natin dito is 4. Divide both sides or divide each term. Ayan, parehas lang yan. So divide each term by 4. So cancel out lang yan. So we have x squared minus 32 divided by 4. That is equal to 8x. Madali ito kapag ang coefficient nitong x ay even number. Wala tayong fraction. So 28 over 4, that is 7. So we have negative 7. Okay, so next step, add tayo ng b over 2. 1/2 ng b. Ang b yung coefficient ng x. Okay, so 1/2 ng b or 8 over 2. Pares lang din yon. 8 divided by 2, then square. So 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4 squared. So that is equal to 16. So we need to add 16 to both sides. X squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to negative 7 plus 16. So next is express natin to as square of binomial. So yung first term dito is square root of x squared. X is square root of 16, that is 4. Ang sign natin is negative. So x minus 4 squared is equal to 16 minus 7, that is equal to 9. Okay, so next step is square root of both sides. Extract the square root of both sides, cancel this. So we have x minus 4 is equal to square root of 9. This is a perfect square, so we have plus or minus 3. So therefore, we have two solutions. X minus 4 equals 3 or x minus 4 equals negative 3. So just add 4 to both sides. Pagsabayin na natin, add 4 to both sides. So cancel na ito, cancel din ito. So therefore, ang x natin is equal to 3 plus 4. So we have 7. And then for this, x is equal to negative 3 plus 4. That is equal to positive 1. So pag sinubstitute nyo yung 7 and 1 sa equation, masasatisfy yan. Dito na natin isa-substitute yung na-simplify na natin. Okay, so try na lang natin mentally. 7 times 7, so that is equal to 49 minus 8 times 7, that is equal to 56. So pag sinubtract natin to, 49 minus 56, that is equal to negative 7, which is the right side. Okay, so same with x equals 1. Pag sinubstitute natin ang 1 dito, 1 squared, that is equal to 1 plus 8 times 1. So we have minus 8. So 1 minus 8. So we have negative 7, which is the right side ulit natin, negative 7. Okay, so tama, parehas ang answer natin, 7 and 1. Okay, so last number, number 4. So we have m squared plus 7m minus 51 over 4. So naka-standard form na tayo. Ang coefficient ng m squared ay 1 na lang. So lalampasan na natin yung step number 1. Proceed tayo sa step number 2. So medyo humihirap lang ng konti sa method na completing the square kapag may ganitong fraction. Okay? So ang gagawin na natin, next step na tayo, isolate natin yung constant term, yung number lang. Okay? So therefore, we have m squared plus 7m equals negative dito sa left. Pag lumipat, magiging siyang positive 51 over 4. And then next step natin, ayan, kapag add number, sigurado may fraction tayo dahil i-divide natin ito sa 2. So that will be 7 over 2 and then tsaka natin square. So therefore, ang i-add natin ay 7 times 7, 49 over 2 times 2, we have 4. So yan ang i-add natin to both side. M squared plus 7m plus 49 over 4 is equal to 51 over 4 plus 49 over 4. So parang eksakto ito. So therefore, express natin as square of binomial, square root of m squared m, square root of 49 over 4 is 7 over square root of 49, 7, square root of 4 is 2. Ano ang sign natin? Sundin ang sign ng middle term, positive 7m. So we have m plus 7 over 2 squared equals, add the numerator since parehas 4, 51 plus 49, that is equal to 100 over 4. So simplify na natin itong 100 over 4, that is equal to 25. And then next, kunin natin ang square root ng both sides. So, eksakto ang sagot natin since perfect square ito. So, cancel the square and the square root. So, we have m plus 7 over 2 is equal to square root of 25. So, we have plus or minus 5. So, therefore, we have two solutions. So, m plus 7 over 2 equals positive 5 and the other is m plus 7 over 2 equals negative 5. Okay, so just subtract 7 over 2 to both sides. So subtract 7 over 2 to both sides. So therefore, cancel this. M is equal to, so when subtracting, so pwede tayong mag-butterfly or itong 5. Pwedeng i-butterfly nyo or itong 5, pwede na nating express yan as 2 yung denominator. Di ba ang 5 para maging 2 ang denominator, that is the same as 10 over 2. Okay? 5 is equal to 10 over 2. Ginawa nating same ito. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So minus 7 over 2. So one of the solutions is m equals 10 minus 7. We have 3 over 2. Okay? And the other solution, m is equal to, so dito gawin natin yung butterfly. Lagyan natin ng over 1. Negative 5 over 1 minus 7 over 2. So mag-butterfly tayo dito. So paano ba yung butterfly? Cross multiply lang natin tapos multiply din ito. Okay, so therefore, ang isa pang solution natin ay m is equal to negative 5 times 2, we have negative 10, copy the sign, negative 1 times 7, we have 7 over 1 times 2, we have 2. So ito pa yung isang solution natin, negative 10 minus 7 is negative 17 over 2. So ayan yung dalawang solutions natin, 3 over 2 and negative 17 over 2. Okay, so that's all. So I hope nagustuhan yung explanation ko para sa solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So ang kagandahan dito sa completing the square, kapag nakabisado nyo ito, pwede ito kahit saan. Unlike yung factoring, may time kasi na not factorable yung quadratic equation natin. So itong completing the square, walang pinipili ito. So lahat ay pwede nating gamitan ng method na ito, solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So that's it. That's all. So thank you for watching. And kung meron kayong math question ay i-comment nyo lang dito sa aking channel. Pwede rin sa aking FB group or i-DM nyo ako sa aking messenger. Ayan, nakalagay na pala yung name ko dyan. DM nyo ako sa Messenger RJ Enseñado. Hanapin nyo lang po sa Facebook. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. Kita-kita tayo sa mga susunod pang mga math reviewer para sa grade 9. Bye-bye and God bless.